Welcome to tonight's episode of WEBN Sports. I'm Chen.
And I'm Hongyi Ji. Let's get into tonight's news all across the world of sports. Golden State Warriors coach Steve Kerr got a contract extension. The new 2-year, $35 million contract makes Kerr the highest paid coach in the history of the NBA, with a yearly earning of $17.5 million. Steve Kerr, who is now 58 years old, has led the Golden State Warriors to 4 NBA titles with a stunning roster that includes Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green.
Rookie Victor Wembanyama made NBA history on Friday night by achieving a 5x5 stat line against the Los Angeles Lakers in just 31 minutes. He recorded 27 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 5 steals, and 5 blocks, becoming the youngest player to do so in NBA history. Wembanyama is leading in various statistical categories among rookies, including points, rebounds, and blocks.
Atlanta Hawks point guard Trae Young will miss at least 4 weeks due to a left-hand injury. During Friday night's loss to the Toronto Raptors, Young had a torn ligament on his finger. Hawks coach Quinn Snyder said he felt awful for Young and the team will face a huge challenge without him. Young led the Hawks with an average of 26 points and 10.8 assists.
Miami Heat's Jimmy Butler and New Orleans Pelicans' Najee Marshall have been suspended. Butler and Marshall received 1-game suspensions without pay, while Thomas Bryant and Jose Alvarado were suspended for 3 games for leaving the bench area. Nikola Jovic of Miami also received a 1-game suspension. The Heat will deal with the brunt of these penalties tonight against Portland, the Pelicans against the Knicks. Coming up, we'll hear from our NHL correspondent, Rylie.
We'll be right back with WEBN Sports.
Life doesn't always give you time to change
Welcome
the
back to WEBN.
Prediabetes does. 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, but with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
Welcome back to WEBN Sports.
Let's take a look at what's going on in the NHL. The Chicago Blackhawks have retired Chris Chelios' jersey number 7. Chelios was awarded the Norris Trophy 3 times throughout his career and still the Blackhawks leader in penalty minutes with just under 1,500 minutes. Chelios is now the 9th Blackhawk to have his jersey number retired.
Tyler Skinn, the center of the Dallas Stars, is currently sidelined due to a lower body injury. The return of Skinn is uncertain as he will be evaluated week to week. Coach DuBois revealed that Skinn has been dealing with this recurring injury before the game on February 22nd in a loss to Ottawa Senators. Skinn has played the first 58 games for the Stars this season and has 20 goals and 25 assists. For a closer look at the NHL, we return to NHL correspondent Rylie.
7-time Stanley Cup winner Jean-Guy Talbot died at the age of 91. He was one of the 12 Montreal Canadiens players to win 5 consecutive Stanley Cup titles between 1950 and 1960. He played 17 seasons with the NHL across 5 teams. Don Marshall, also 91, is currently the only survivor of the Canadiens' late 1950s dynasty. Los Angeles Kings' Victor Arvidsson has returned to long-term injured reserve again after suffering a lower body injury on Saturday. He already missed the first 50 games of the season after having back surgery in October. He will be sidelined a minimum 10 games and 24 days for the Kings. The Kings recalled defenseman Jordan Spence from the AHL's Ontario Reign in Arvidsson's place. TJ Oshie of the Washington Capitals sustained a non-contact upper body injury Thursday night versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. He has been placed on injured reserve and will be on a week-to-week basis for recovery. Hendrix Lapierre will gain significant playing time in Oshie's absence. That's all for the NHL. Back to you at the desk.
Tampa Bay's Nikita Kucherov is the first player this season to reach 100 points. He passed the 100-point benchmark in a 41 win against the New Jersey Devils. Kucherov accomplished this feat in just 59 games, which is the fastest in the Lightning's history. This isn't the first time Kucherov was the quickest to 100, as he did so back in the 2018 to 2019 season.
The NHL and NHLPA have given Colorado Avalanche forward Valeri Nichushkin the go-ahead to resume team practices on the ice. However, Nichushkin has not been cleared to play yet. The forward has 42 points, consisting of 22 goals and 20 assists in 40 games this season. In his last game against the Vegas Golden Knights, he scored 2 goals in a 3-0 win. Stick around to hear about the rule change in the MLB and NFL.
We'll be right back with WEBN Sports.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Welcome back to WEBN Sports.
Let's see what's happening in the MLB and NFL. Enrique Hernandez is returning to the LA Dodgers with a one-year deal, as the Dodgers are still making improvement to their 2024 roster. The Dodgers have also agreed to send Manuel Margot, a veteran outfielder, to the Minnesota Twins in exchange for Noah Miller, a shortstop prospect, and minor league infielder Ryan Duncan.
The MLB Players Association is concerned about reducing the pitch clock with runners on base. Tony Clark criticized the rushed decision and lack of dialogue. The pitch clock, which was implemented in 2023, reduced game time but faced opposition. Clark argued players need more time to adjust to the changes, citing injury risks. Amidst other challenges, Clark also discussed player participation in the 2028 Olympics.
Top wide receiver prospect Marvin Harrison Jr. has opted out combine testing and pro day testing. Different from most players, the Heisman finalist is not intending to hire an agent entering the NFL draft. Harrison is not the only top prospect who will be absent from the NFL combine testing. LSU receiver Malik Neighbors has also opted out of the combine. He will only appear in the interview session.
The NFL Competition Committee are considering rule changes similar to those found in the XFL. This proposal aims to modernize kickoffs following last season's fair catch rule, which saw a decline in returns. The XFL's kickoff rules involved unique positioning and movement restrictions for both teams, along with options for onside kicks or a 4th and 15 play. Specifics of the potential NFL adoption remain unclear. That's all we have tonight for WEBN Sports. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Chen.
I'm Hongyi Ji. Check out more on WEBN on our YouTube and our website, WEBN.TV. Have a good night, everyone.